What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is actually seeing a bounce today. We bounced right off of the $7,700 level, which was the exact price level that we talked about in the last video. I was talking about how if Bitcoin stays above 7,700, I will remain bullish. And we saw a nice bounce off that exact price level. And for those of you who have not signed up with the CryptoWatch platform, click that link below and sign up right now. Now let's get started with the Bitcoin analysis. Right now, I'm looking at the CryptoWatch asset card list. We can see that Bitcoin is seeing some upside today. We saw a bit of a bounce, and all the top altcoins are following Bitcoin to the upside. Now, if we just look at the asset card here, we can see that Bitcoin is currently up in the past 24 hours. It's up on the week, it's up on the month, and it's up on the year. I like to flip through the asset cards and look at the performance in these time periods, because this is another great way to determine market sentiment in the Bitcoin market. You know, if you know the 24-hour, 7-day, 30-day, and 1 year are all green, then you could pretty much guarantee that sentiment is up. People are excited, money's flowing into the market again, people are FOMOing, all that kind of stuff, right? So things are up right now. We have a lot of green. Obviously, market sentiment is high right now. So overall, market sentiment is pretty good right now. Right now, I'm looking at the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. We can see that Bitcoin's price did trend through this resistance box. We saw resistance at 8,000, came back to retest just above 7,700 as support, bounced through the resistance box, pulled back to retest this previous resistance as new support at 7,700. This is the price level we talked about in the last video. I was saying as long as we're above 7,700, then I am going to remain bullish. Bitcoin got a nice bounce off that level, and since then we've seen lower highs, right? So we are currently seeing lower highs, but we are seeing higher lows, and this means that we are consolidating above resistance, which is quite interesting. We saw a bounce off 7,700, and then we also ranged up and saw a small bounce off of 8,000. So we have two higher lows here on the 4-hour chart, off of 7,700 and off of 8,000, and this is overall a great sign for Bitcoin. We're also seeing lower highs, and if we continue to see lower highs, Bitcoin could trend back into this previous resistance as new support again. So keep all this in mind. This consolidation could last for another few days potentially. If Bitcoin does break above this lower high structure, then I would say it's very likely that we have enough momentum to actually break into new highs here above 8,500. So again, this is all just short-term stuff. We'll have to see how all of this plays out here, how this consolidation ends up playing out. But right now, things are looking quite bullish for Bitcoin. Things are looking good for Bitcoin. And let's just move back to the daily chart so that we can see Bitcoin has been fighting this resistance, getting some chop here above this resistance line. But we are maintaining above previous resistance here as new support. This is overall great progress for the bulls. We're getting above that downward sloping resistance. We're seeing a lot of chop as we're exiting this price channel. It's not a total confirmation yet that we have actually broken the channel. Not just yet. You know, we're chopping, we're consolidating at that resistance right now, but we are turning previous resistance into new support on multiple levels right now, right? We're actually, you know, bouncing off of 7,700, and we're getting some bounces off of the downward sloping resistance. So this is all great progress for the bulls. A couple key indicators. So the 21-week EMA is another resistance that we're fighting right now. If we just zoom in here, Bitcoin is currently at the 21-week EMA, and this historically is a very important moving average to Bitcoin to break above and hold above, right? In 2018, this did act as a really good resistance indicator, as a sell point or area to take a short position. Right now, Bitcoin is at the 21 EMA, so we need to get above that if the bulls are going to continue to make progress here. And another key indicator that we talked about in the last video, also the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, is showing a nice flip to the bullish side right here. With the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, Bitcoin's price generally does trend with this indicator, right? The parabolic stop and reverse indicator got a bearish flip here, and we trended with that for a long time. Same thing with this previous move to the upside, this parabolic move. We trended up with the parabolic stop and reverse indicator for a long time, and then recently for the past half year, we've been trending down with it as well. On the weekly chart, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator is very reliable. We can see that we remained bullish here with this indicator, and Bitcoin continued to move up. Once we got that bearish flip, we remained bearish here for a long time. We now got a bullish flip. This is a very, very key indication. Very likely Bitcoin is going to be at least looking to trade sideways before the halving, before the next major breakout. Looking at the halving cycles, Bitcoin routinely goes through the same 3 steps. The first halving cycle, we see one parabolic advance, 2 parabolic advances, and then a break of the all-time high. Same thing with the second halving cycle, 1 parabolic advance, 2 parabolic advances, and then we break the all-time high. Bitcoin is currently looking at 1 parabolic advance, right? And we are also, we remain above an upward sloping trend in all these cycles, above an upward sloping trend in all these cycles. Bitcoin actually just bounced off the upward sloping trend line. We have now formed an upward sloping trend line, and Bitcoin is most likely going to be looking to hold above this trend going into the halving. And it's very likely that, just like all these other areas where we get sideways action after that parabolic advance, Bitcoin is probably going to do something like this right now. We're going to get sideways action, an increase in demand, as I discussed in the beginning of the video. Sentiment is increasing. Again, people are getting more bullish on Bitcoin right now. So very likely, Bitcoin is going to be looking to trade sideways along this upward sloping trend and then rally going into the halving, right? So this is a great time to accumulate Bitcoin. Historically, this is when you want to be buying cryptos. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to share these videos with your friends, anyone who's interested in crypto, and also sign up with the CryptoWatch platform using that link below, and I will see you all in the next video.